Also too, I feel like it's a weakened state of self, and like reality, your sense of reality is, it's a lot of people live in a false sense of reality. You get what I'm saying? Um, and it's crazy because individuals like that, they're so manipulative to where they start lying so much to cover up their lies. They start believing their own bullshit. Or they just playing the game so much where, it just becomes so natural to them. It's like, it seemed like a natural, state of reality, but that's not a natural state of reality. Just like what I was talking about earlier about like how um some men, they got that player or that pimp mentality, you know, him giving advice to a guy who is trying to be a good at home husband, father, you know, that's not a real sense of reality for him, because y'all live in two totally different atmospheres, two totally different worlds. So you trying to conform to what this next individual is doing is not going to work for you, because y'all have two different lives. You can't do that. But it's a lot of people, they've heard this same thing being said so much, and you're not even questioning, okay, well, where did this all originate at? Why does it keep getting said? And it's so messed up, because even the men who want to have that mentality of, being a manipulator, or, interfering with other people's set reality or in home life, or whether they miserable, whether they sneaky, you so used to being in the loop of this constant false sense of reality, you start to feel like it's, a real sense of reality, just because you done put all this extra work in to block people off, you know, from telling you you're wrong, or telling you where you need to, fix up on self. It's not, it doesn't, just because you sink yourself into this sense of reality, it's never going to make it actual reality, especially not a healthy way of reality either. Like, I just think that everybody, needs to, again, I said it on a video like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, get back into figuring out who you are and digging into who you are and indulging into who you are and what it is you most like it, or to see for yourself in your future, and what it is you want to be. And also within that, in your relationship with your spouse, your children, again, if you getting into a relationship, know what you want out of any type of relationship. That's friendships, whether it's business opportunities, whether it's whatever, and really be sure on what it is you want. If you're wanting to be in an open relationship, say that. Like, I've never understood why people get in relationships and then you 5 to 7 months in with these individuals, and from the jump that you really didn't want to settle down, and so now you out cheating, or you you seen it, this isn't necessarily what you want. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like maybe something is not clicking with you and this individual, where, the way you thought it would be, and now you don't want to, you at least have to be real enough with yourself to openly verbalize things like that, and, you know, the need to sneak and hide and lie about what you're doing. Again, that sense of reality that comes from individuals who constantly do that. And then they give advice to their friends who live a totally different lifestyle than them. But that don't make it right. And don't make it, and that's why a lot of y'all bumping heads. And the the situation you're in, it don't work. But even still, if you want an open relationship, just the thought of an open relationship, if you want an open relationship, say that. Know that. It's so many people who around the world who are cool with that lifestyle. If you don't want kids, say that. Say it early. Don't wait until somebody is majorly invested in. And I'm not cool with the stalker mentality. Like, it's never a situation where it's, oh my God, this person looks so bad where I can't just, let them up. I can't, because it's always going to be somebody as bad as them or better. You get what I'm saying? Because, I mean, sure, you can look at somebody and admire the appearance. I'm not really big on aesthetics, because aesthetics don't always tell the truth of what's going on behind closed doors or internally with a person. I said that before, but it's just but yeah, it's always gonna be somebody that's out there for you, and you can't be afraid to let go and try new things. And again, if you still in your growth stages, as to where you just trying things out, just do it openly. That's all I'm saying. But as far as these kids go, y'all gotta know both parents. It's both parents' job. And if one parent sees that, okay, well, you slacking as a parent, now that is one thing I don't get. How is it you can see that your spouse is slacking as a parent and you not gonna check them? Yeah, if I'm in the bed with you, you can't tell me that I'm not gonna check you, but you allowed to explore every bit of my anatomy, but you don't have enough respect for me when I'm trying to give you some growth, some sense of growth, or recognition of self. You don't want to even take it, but you'll take it from the individual that's not in the bed with you, or you'll take it from the individual that don't really give a two plus about whether or not something that you had going for you gonna blow up in your face in a way that you did not want. All they doing is speaking on their experience or the mentality that they feel like everybody else should have. They're not speaking to you in reference to you bettering your situation for what you want for yourself. Like, y'all have to learn to detach from them type of individuals when asking for advice, and differentiate the advice that's being given and who they being who is being given from. Like, everybody ain't good enough to be giving advice just because they high trending, and so I don't know, that's just my take on the situation. I always have felt like, because one thing about when, even on the flip side of a woman raising a man and a man raising a woman, where you have downfalls as a man, sometimes you hyper, what's the word I'm looking for? You hyper program that into your child. And you don't want, your child to have the least parts of you, meaning, the weaker parts of you. And the parts of where you fucking up, even when because us as adults, we fuck up. But a lot of the time, a lot of parents don't like to admit to their child that they messing up. They like to be right about everything. And just because you the parent don't automatically mean you right about everything. Y'all have to be able to self-correct and be real with your children so that they can be real with themselves, and so that they can be real with other individuals when they encounter them. You get what I'm saying? Especially when my parents is completely real with me. Like, they tell me, okay, well, as it's human to mess up, but the problem come in is when you mess up and you don't correct it. And so, I just feel like, sometimes where you can pinpoint certain problems out of other people, and you don't want to pinpoint them out of yourself for whatever reason, that's a thing that you're not teaching to the opposite gender when you're doing your teaching. And so